Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is an absolute game changer, the ultimate DIY home repair starter bundle. Basically, this is a guide designed to completely transform you from an intimidated bystander into an empowered, confident DIYer. So if you've ever just stared at a dripping faucet and felt a sudden wave of panic, don't worry, you are exactly in the right place. Let's just start with a really crucial question. Is your house draining your wallet? Because honestly, every sudden leak, every unsealed draft, and every constantly running toilet is quite literally flushing your hard-earned money right down the drain. And look, relying on professionals for every minor hiccup, like, say, a toilet that decides to start singing at 2 a.m., is incredibly expensive. But the good news? You absolutely don't always have to call someone. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover building out your essential DIY toolkit. Then we'll tackle plumbing and leaky faucets, move on to safe electrical troubleshooting, and wrap it all up with year-round home maintenance. All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, your essential DIY toolkit. It's time to gather your weapons. You see, the absolute golden rule of home repair is preparation. I mean, I know it's tempting to just buy tools after a problem pops up, but having a foundational starter kit ready to go means you can respond to issues immediately. And that is exactly how you prevent a tiny, manageable leak from turning into a massive, floor-ruining water monster. So when you're gathering these essentials, it helps to think in categories. First, you need your heavy hitters for gripping, turning, and hammering. A sturdy hammer and your core screwdrivers, Phillips and flathead, are just non-negotiable. Then there's the gripping and turning squad. You'll want an adjustable wrench for various bolt sizes, pliers for those really tight reaches, and a dedicated pipe wrench. Trust me, that pipe wrench will be your absolute best friend when we get to the plumbing stuff. Moving on to the second half of your arsenal, this is really all about precision and safety. A tape measure, a level, and a utility knife ensure you're installing things straight the very first time. But the real unsung heroes here are a good flashlight for those dark corners, a trusty plunger, and crucially, an electrical tester. Keep that tester in mind, okay? Because it's the one tool in your bag that is literally designed to save your life. Which brings us to Section 2, plumbing and leaky faucets. Let's finally stop that annoying drip. All right, the very first step here is identifying the enemy. That persistent, annoying drip is almost always caused by one of four things. You've got worn-out washers, loose connections, mineral buildup, or maybe a broken cartridge. And the huge relief here? None of these require some massive tear-down-the-walls plumbing overhaul. They are just tiny, localized little parts that have retired and need swapping out. When you actually break this intimidating mechanical task down, it's crazy how manageable it is. Step 1 is the absolute golden rule. Turn off the water supply. I mean, unless you want an unexpected geyser in your kitchen, right? From there, it's literally just disassembling the handle, swapping out those worn parts we just talked about, cleaning away the gunk, and putting it all back together. It's essentially just adult Legos with a little bit of water involved. And beyond just the faucet, you can so easily conquer other everyday nightmares. Those stubborn clogged drains, they often just surrender to a simple mix of baking soda and vinegar. A phantom flushing toilet usually just needs a cheap new flapper valve popped into the tank. And minor pipe leaks can very often be solved by simply tightening a nut or wrapping it with some pipe tape. Now, before we shift gears, we really need to remember that plumbing and electrical work are completely different beasts. With plumbing, a mistake usually just means you get a little wet. But with electrical work, sparks require absolute, strict safety protocols, killing the main power and relying entirely on insulated tools to act as a physical barrier. And that perfectly tees up Section 3, safe electrical troubleshooting. We are going to approach this with extreme caution. Listen, I cannot emphasize these safety rules enough. Rule number 1, you absolutely must cut the power supply at the breaker before you even think about touching a screw. Rule 2, let those rubber handles insulated tools be your barrier. And the ultimate rule here, if you ever feel out of your depth, just stop. Calling a licensed professional is an investment in your safety, not a failure. That being said, a lot of electrical emergencies are actually really simple fixes. A tripping breaker usually just means you're running the microwave and the hairdryer at the exact same time. So just unplug something and reset it. Flickering lights, always check for a loose bulb before you jump to the conclusion that your entire house needs to be rewired. You always want to check the simple, safe things first. All right, let's zoom out a bit for Section 4, year-round home maintenance. It's time to secure your castle. Look, Proactive maintenance is exactly how you protect your investment from catastrophic, completely avoidable bills. This means protecting the envelope of your house, so inspecting the roof and sealing up those window drafts, while also maintaining the lungs of the house by regularly replacing your HVAC filters. Simple things like just topping up your attic insulation will quietly save you an absolute fortune in heating and cooling costs over time. Now, to keep this from feeling like some massive, overwhelming chore, the real secret is pacing. Just break it into seasonal, bite-sized pieces. Spring is for clearing out winter debris and checking the AC. Summer is for sealing drafts. Fall is for prepping the furnace. And winter is all about insulating pipes so they don't freeze and burst. Doing it this way just turns a giant, scary list into a simple little weekend habit. Ultimately, when you have the right starter tools, you respect those safety protocols, and you just know the baseline mechanics of how things work, it completely transforms your relationship with your house. You honestly stop being a tenant at the mercy of expensive contractors, and you become an empowered homeowner who is fully equipped to protect their time and their money. So, I want you to go grab your starter kit, take a good look around your house, and ask yourself one final question. Which home repair are you going to conquer first?